War ready. Sitting in just sitting back, chilling, putting everything together in the war room. What I wanted to talk about was the in and the out. The innie and the outie. The in, the out. The man, the woman. Check it out. The man is the outie. His penis or his dick, his balls, all that stuff in that area. Alright? It protrudes out. It's outward. It's outward as a this is proof of his love, if you will, and the same thing as for the woman. Alright? Check it out. Alright? The man has an outie. Alright? The man loves outwardly. He longs for the warmth, the comfort of the flesh, which is the womb or the pussy. He longs for it. On at times a minute by minute basis. Depending on the thirst, of course. Alright? How high, his drive is. And he could have, other factors in that, you know what I mean? Could be oversexed and all that stuff. But just know that the man, keep that in mind, the man is the outie. He loves outwardly. Gotta remember this. Gotta remember how important that is. The way that a man loves. A man loves so much he'll have almost complete disregard for himself. This is why a man is able to go to war. Because that's the way he loves. He loves so much he'll go to war. Literally kill and die. More so die. It's not the killing part, but know that he's willing to die for this outward thing, this love. He's willing to die for it. So for so long in society, it has been, I don't want to say hidden, because us as men, we know how we love. We know for a fact that if you love something so much, or you passionate about something so much, you're ready to die for that shit. Us as men, we already know that. The women know that too. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I could ask random men on the street. I can go by and ask them, yo, you think women love? Yeah, they love. Yeah, women love a lot. That's what they would say. That's the perception of across America, across the world, you know what I mean? Like for the blue pill person, they would say that a woman loves. Not saying that it's what they think is a bad thing, but just it is not a reality of the situation. Now, we talked about Audis. The man has an Audi. He is protruding. All right. Now, a woman has an any. All right, y'all better start putting this shit together. If you don't think it's real, it's really real. Okay? Put it together. That's all you gotta do is put it together. Shut the fuck up and listen. Put it together. The woman has an any. All right? This is, like the man, a testament to her love. She loves inwardly to herself. Not saying that she can't have some fondness or love or affection or genuine, like, be able to care about somebody. I'm sure she can, but it ain't that type of love that you would die for. It ain't the type of love that she would die for, excuse me. It's a different type of love. She's she's not capable of it. She doesn't get so fired up about things that's outside of her. She gets fired up about herself. And that's in anything. What's it mean to her? This is, in my brain, this is why I think that women don't really, it's not like the same for them. It's not. Partly because, they got dick thrown at them all day from every which way. So, I always say this, but, price of dick has to go back up. It just does. And we do that with the morals, but I ain't getting off topic. So she has the any. The woman has an any. The man has an outie. So we have to look at how this plays out in reality. Alright? When it comes to things like that, I don't even know if there is such thing as a compromise with a being, if you will, a being or a creature that loves inwardly, them only like themselves. You gotta know that every decision that they make will only be for themselves. This is the best decision for me. And no matter what, the decision is, if it's what's best for me, it's what's best for me. And I ain't letting nobody stop that. I come from a place of, it sounds bad, but it's just real. It's selfish. And I ain't gonna necessarily call it bad, cause now I just understand what it is. Like we two sides of the same coin. But it's the understanding. See what I'm saying? When you understand, and they can't hide it from you. You know what I mean? That's another reason why I think they're so silent about it, because it's kind of like a shameful thing. It could be a shameful thing. How it's played out in reality, it could be a very shameful thing. See, if every man knows that, oh man, she only love herself, that shit gets used, it will get used against her at every single turn about everything. I mean, it's just reality. But at the same time, they can't stop themselves from manipulating because it's set up like that. So, the weak and the strong, if you will, I guess, you know? So, Audi and the Annie. The man loves outward so much, he'd die for it. If he was a selfish person, you ain't finna die for shit. You love yours, you know what I mean? It's you above everything. It's just two different ways of looking at it. Some people would say, yo, to love yourself is an honorable thing. It's the best thing in the world. Other people would say, or we hear this every time around this year, it is better to give than receive. Men are the givers. They are the ones that will die. Men are the Jesuses of the planet. Men are all Jesus because of their ability to give and their ability to die for what they believe is right and what is just. If a sacrifice is in order, then the man is the first to step up to the plate and be like, I'll lay on the cross. It's reality. All we need to do is look at war. So when the man understands he is an Audi, and the man understands that the woman is an innie, he can be better not only for himself but for the rest of the world when he understands how that dynamic works. This is something that's being held from little boys, and I'm gonna scream it. I'm gonna keep screaming it. Keep not sharing this shit, and you know what I mean. Not acknowledging this. You know what I mean. But I'm gonna bring it to the forefront. That's just how red pill men get down. So when a man understands all of that, he can deal with reality a lot better. He's not really confused. You know what I mean? Because if a man um if a man does not know that, he won't be able to control himself as well. So he'll be willing to die for a lot of shit, or the wrong shit, if you will. He just will. It's just in him. And he's been programmed to do that shit. And not only is it biology, but socially, he's been programmed to be that way. All of this has been used against him. There's so much unseen pressure on the male that it's not even talked about. It's not even talked about. It's a fucking shame. Well, it's being talked about now. So yeah. Um, he'll definitely know how to deal with the female a lot better. And one last point I wanted to make too, like, you know what I mean, with the innie and outie shit, you know what I mean? It all goes back to my very first video, which was it was on love. You know what I mean? The love thing is really the awakening. I said it. I said it. I keep saying it. I will keep saying that. It's the awakening. When you question what is love, as soon as you question what is love and really, really go into depth about what is love, and not just say, oh, well, I don't know what it is and it's everything. When you just go and like try to understand what it is and what it means to you as a male and to a female. Sweetest, sweetest thing in the world for a man, I guess. Maybe on up to a certain point, but sweetest thing in the world is pussy. Or the feeling, like the feeling that it brings, the comfort that it brings to a man. That's love. Such a thing that's outside of himself. It's outside of himself. And he loves it. You love so much you'll die for it. That thing that you love, it don't love you back like that. That being that you love, it don't love you back like that. It's a different love. The love is for the self. Or the any. She has a love for the inner, the any, and it's gonna stay that way. It's not gonna change. So us as men, we need to be educated. This is a big part of conquering sexual desires as well. I can already see the innie and the outie. You just conquer your desires when you understand what the fuck you understand what it is. You get past the problem when you understand what it is. When you really, really grasp what it is. You know? There were certain times in history motherfuckers didn't understand certain things. So as a result, there were like negative consequences. So I believe it is a negative consequence that it's been all this time, or the information has been lost to all men or males of the understanding of the woman. That's how the woman was able to deify themselves in this country. They deified themselves or when I say deify, they made themselves gods or goddesses because the men were ignorant. They're ignorant to exactly what a woman is or the understanding of what a woman is. They're ignorant to it. And they want you to be ignorant to it because the minute that you're not ignorant to it, the price of dick goes up. It's more balanced. I ain't saying dick gotta be costing more than pussy, but right now dick is at an all-time low. It just is. Just is. All you gotta do is pay attention.